This video is supported by patrons like you. If you'd like to become a patron, please head over to patreon.com/Matt Jarbo. Just $1 per month is a great way to say F you to the Access Media. One of the things that really grinds my gears, and I'm sure it grinds your gears too, is cancel culture, especially cancel culture based upon allegations. We live in a very weird age where over the span of the past couple years, allegations have just destroyed careers without any evidence or any proof to back them up. Just straight allegations. Someone comes in, does a flyby tweet, and it just takes somebody out at the knees, and that becomes the end of the conversation. Don't pass go, don't collect $200, go straight to jail. Your career is now toast. And I kind of feel that's what's happening here with Jeremy Renner, because a lot of people apparently, well, not a lot of people, but some people are now calling for Renner to be replaced as Hawkeye. And I can't help but think to myself that this is a hit job. That this is just a hit job against Renner because of custody allegations that have popped up from his ex-wife. Now, they're not good. I read the allegations, and then people were asking me, do you think they're going to replace him? Do you think they're going to recast him? And I think that if they were true or if they were given any kind of credence, they would have already done it, to be fair. But what this does showcase here is that there are certain people out there that, again, are just very much trying to destroy Jeremy Renner for no other purpose than they don't like him, or they want to see somebody else in the role. They want to see other people come out and take over the role. And it's not fair, because this is trial, and verdict and execution by social media during a very bitter custody battle, which is pretty apparent if you've read the allegations. But you got people like Daniel Richtman and Grace Randolph that are coming out and saying that they've heard that this is potentially going to be happening, that they're going to be potentially looking to recast Jeremy Renner. And I don't know how much of that I think is true, because when you go and you look at the James Gunn situation, Gunn's tweets came out on a Thursday night. Those broke on the web on a Thursday night during Comic-Con. By Friday midday, he was fired. Now, granted, those are tweets. You could read them, you could see them, and people reacted, overreacted in my opinion, but still reacted. And then Jeremy Renner here has got the allegations. The allegations are a couple days old at this point, and there's been no word from Disney or Kevin Feige or Marvel or anyone in that camp as to what is going on. Now, I'm pretty sure that they have spoken about it, seeing that it has popped up in TMZ and everything else, but the court of public opinion is being used here to completely execute Jeremy Renner. That's what they want to do. And sites like Screenrant here are propagating up some of those comments here. Because here's the thing: you bring up the article here, and you look over, and you just see these are the tweets that they bring up. And this is why I want to showcase this, because this is kind of scummy in my opinion. So you have Cheryl Lynn Eaton here saying, "Y'all swap Terrence Howard for Don Cheadle over on some they look alike business. So I see no issue with chucking Renner the deuce and hiring Charlie Hunnam and saying not a damn thing about it." Again, this is just one person. And then you have gay, deaf, sassy comics guy saying now would be the perfect time to make Hawkeye deaf, like in the MCU, or like he is in the comics. Get a deaf actor like Niall DeMarco to play Hawkeye and let him work with Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. It would be amazing. And that's literally it. That's it. That's the whole shebang. That's the whole article. Two tweets. But the headline here is Marvel fans call for Jeremy Renner to be replaced as Hawkeye. It's two people are calling, but the sources here are Daniel Richtman and Grace Randolph. And I don't know if they know anything or not. I know I've seen Daniel's tweet on it. Other people have been spreading it around as if it's fact, as if it's real, as if it's a thing. And Disney does have an image to protect. They do have I guess you could say a legacy to protect, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on. We have literally zero idea what's going on. So trying to bring cancel culture to a man who's been accused of something during divorce proceedings in a custody battle is just, I don't know. I feel like it's unethical. I feel like it's really unethical to kind of cast this on him right now. Do you really think that like everything said in a custody battle is 100% true? No, not really. Not in my experience from what I've seen. People say things in those situations in order to make the other party look as worse as humanly possible. And the only reason why anyone cares about this is because it's Jeremy Renner. If they didn't see that it was Jeremy Renner, if it's just random dude, if it was me in a custody battle with my girlfriend over our 2 kids and she made a claim like that, no one would care. But this is trial by public opinion. It's all just being done with a report in TMZ. And it's frustrating to watch. It's frustrating to see because, you know, we always see people come out and say we shouldn't jump to conclusions. We shouldn't immediately believe this, you know, and you see this frequently. But then they don't come out and say it when these kind of things happen. They don't call out the Molly Freeman from Screenrant here, who I know I've criticized before for some of her other you know, blogs that I've covered here on Screenrant. But let me just be realistic here for a second here. You know why she covered this? Because she, as far as I understand, when it comes to these kind of deals, when you have these writers working for sites like Screenrant, especially Screenrant, who is like literally the worst outside of pitch meeting, which is great, by the way. They are contracted to write like a number of articles per day, and they have to have a certain word count per day. And that's what they're paid for. And so they come on in and they write these articles. This Marvel fans call for Jeremy Renner to be replaced as Hawkeye, citing 2 people, but they frame it around 500 or so words, and then she gets paid for the day. That's what they do. That's what they do. And you know what? Screenrant gets enough views in order to be able to facilitate this kind of nonsense. And all it does is just perpetuate accusations, perpetuate the court of public opinion or the execution by public opinion with absolutely no regard and no care for the parties involved. I agree with Andy Signor here. This is none of our business. And going out there and trying to frame it like this by citing 2 people is just woefully unethical. Because while you can sit there and argue that there is you quoted 2 people, so that counts as Marvel fans, because, you know, you can say plural because there were 2 of them. It's still such a really terrible thing to do, you know. And I feel the same way about the people on YouTube that like relentlessly attacked Brie Larson because she had the audacity to look awkward in an interview, and they attacked her constantly for it too, trying her in the court of public opinion because they don't like her, but because they got clicks and they got views. You know, we cannot attack each other, because YouTubers tend to attack the access media or people like this, and they tend to attack us back without trying to hold each other to a higher standard. And I think that's the problem here, is if you know, if you're not going to be willing to hold yourself to a higher standard, really, how dare you criticize anybody else? We don't know what happened with Jeremy Renner, but what we do know is that Screenrant.com is currently ranked 31 in the United States for arts and entertainment. Or sorry, it's ranked 456. Global wide is 404, and they get on average about 38 million clicks a month. So a lot of people go to Screenrant. A lot of people read Screenrant, which means a lot of people are going to read this nonsense, this 2-source pieced article, and they're going to say, yeah, that's accurate. We should get rid of Jeremy Renner now because, you know, allegations, but gotta make sure you get the 38 million clicks per month. If you want to see how bad Screenrant is, let me show you this. This is my RSS feed where I will source articles from. And this is just Screenrant from today. Just from today. Look at this here. Look at how many articles. Look at how many articles. It just keeps going. This one right here is from a day ago. But it just keeps going. It just keeps going down. Right? Look at this. That's what it is. That is how much they put out. That is how much they put out there. It is bloated garbage. It makes no sense. They have one here. Taylor Swift's net worth ? Who cares? I mean, who cares? An article. Why is Jennifer's body so popular 10 years later? It's not, for one, but two, I mean, it's like, I'm not against articles like that. I'm not against things that are like that, but they crank out so much content that's how they get their 38 million views a month. So they can dump an article like Molly Freeman's "Fans Want Jeremy Renner Replaced as Hawkeye" with 2 sources, and it just gets lost in the mix. And it gets a lot of clicks, but no one's going to say a word because you know what? They probably lost it while trying to look at it it's so frustrating, guys. It's so frustrating, but that is just the world we live in. That is where things are right now. And that's why sites like Screenrant are just like the absolute worst. You know, like I fight for my 500,000 views a month on this channel when I should just be copying them. I should just turn, you know, my channel into nothing but Screenrant coverage and put out as much content as ripping off their stuff and hoping to get in the algorithm. No. I feel like I have a little bit more integrity than that. I get why they do it, but they're like the Daily Caller of freaking movie news. It's terrible. I don't even read like any of this stuff. It's so much. Anyway, your thoughts, your opinions, let me know down in the comments below. I'll talk to you all later. Do me a favor, follow me on social media. And again, thank you to all the new patrons that have popped up. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. You guys keep this channel going. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a great day and peace out.